Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is breaking down right now as we speak. And as you guys all know, we talked about exactly where we'd open up long positions. Basically trade Bitcoin because right now we're in a very good spot where every single time a dip happens, we buy it up. And the last time that it happened was a couple of days ago. And you can see that was about 4% profit in a day. With leverage, that's 40 to perhaps even 100% profit within one or so day. And right now it's looking as if our entry is being chased again, which is beautiful because as we've stated, we are looking to enter into long positions at any one of these levels. There is a problem though. There is a slight problem. And now a part of the problem is that the price has actually been converging. And right now it's very likely that the next move is not going to be towards either of these inner levels, but actually towards some of these outer levels. And so it's going to be a bigger move. Now, obviously, a good part of that is that will also be more profit because it's a bigger swing that you can actually take. But the problem actually lies in the massive amount of volatility that we're expecting for crypto right now. What I mean, Cathie Wood insists she is still bullish despite dumping all of her Grayscale Bitcoin shares. This is what I think solely just dumped the entire crypto market. I think this on its own is the bigger deal. Ark Invest sold 2.25 million GBTC shares, but bought more than 4 million shares in the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF. The discount between GBTC and the underlying Bitcoin asset value has narrowed from 40% to just around 7%. But the fact that they are switching over could partially be because Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust is not so attractive anymore because of this change in discount. Or it could be because she's got some insights as to what might happen to the next Bitcoin spot ETF. Or it's as simple as there being some specific benefits to these two names. But then if you read the story further, you'll see right here, Ark Invest CEO Cathie Wood said the firm sold its Grayscale Bitcoin shares out of an abundance of caution that the US SEC does not approve the Ark 21 shares Bitcoin ETF in January 2024. The narrowing of Grayscale Bitcoin shares to the value of the underlying Bitcoin per share has made a sale lucrative. And so she's not lost her faith in Bitcoin, but specifically this position. But obviously that's really interesting. Anyway, as of this point, all of our macro plays are still in the exact same spot. And even though we have got some bearish narrative, we've got our 2-week deadline also closing in, as obviously around the 9th of January, slightly before or perhaps on the 10th of January, we've got ourselves the SEC Bitcoin Spot ETF decision. It's only 2 weeks. It's starting to really get close. And Bitcoin has got to make a very decisive move in the very short term. We're probably either going to see a massive rally still the moment an approval happens, or, and this is something I am warning people of, we can play around with this, but I'm warning everybody of a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. However, it does not really disrupt our longer term strategy, longer term being the next couple of months here, as almost every single indicator we've covered over the last couple of weeks still just showcases that right now is an extremely good opportunity to buy. As historically speaking, every single time because we've got multiple of these indicators, flickered. I don't know how the best way to put it. If you bought at that point, you would have made massive profits over the next couple of months. Right now is one of those instances yet again. And again, in the background, we all know that the amount of popularity that is going to come from these ETFs joining the game is going to be wild. There's going to be massive moves in terms of advertising. And like I said, every single one of our strategies just showcases we just need to get some time to sit this one out. And that's why I'm just adding to my long positions, not really thinking about short positions just quite yet. Obviously, you could have gone for some Solana shorts, and I've seen people talk about shorting Ethereum now that it's pumped a lot. I've even seen some people go for BNB shorts. And I'm telling you that today, there's a little bit of negativity around, but generally speaking, the strategy, it's still holding up quite firm because we've got the longer term play set. And because ultimately, we have yet to break any of the most crucial supports. There's no signs of crypto breaking down just quite yet. We're in a pretty juicy uptrend. Just take a look at this KuCoin chart, for example. You can see just how bullish this actually looks for Bitcoin. And yes, there are some tops that we are not breaching, but in practice, we are getting closer and closer to breaching it. Over the last month here, every single time there was a dip, it really did not last very long. But there's a chance that this is just going to continue until either a massive breakout on, around this January 10th or so because of Grayscale, or obviously a breakdown because of a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. And that's why around that date, we're going to be very, very selective. But as of this point, all we're doing is just looking for these bottoms and catching it on the way back up. That is again with the idea being that the S&P is continuing to go up. And as of this point, it's pretty well. It's getting very, very close to its all-time high. And I think, as I said before, as long as this does not change course, most likely crypto is not turning around either. And even all this negative Grayscale news, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's going to change too much. But anyway, so two most important things to watch is one, for a massive breakout of this structure, with the highest likelihood being towards the upside. I want you guys to quickly understand, by the way, that altcoin season, I've talked about this before, has started as far as we're concerned, because Bitcoin's dominance has broken down. This actually happened last week already, but this week it's going to get confirmed in hopefully just a few days, right? And as we stated, as long as $41,000 is still held, I'm not really even thinking about short positions. And once we get to those levels, I'll probably make like an emergency update of sorts, because it depends on what's making the prices dump. But I've stated before what our strategy is as we go towards 37,700, 38,000, or perhaps even 33, which is obviously still our worst case scenario, even for a Grayscale type of, or I should say Bitcoin ETF type of rejection, because in massive bull markets, the worst you see is about a 30% correction or so. And for us, that worst case would be roughly at around $33,000 at about 26%. I think that was the median. And like I've said many times, if you want to get yourself some juicy bonuses, you can check out the link down below to Bybit. Right now, you can claim yourself a free $500 trade on Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, you name it. Check it out with the link down below. And if you want more updates, rolling out our trading bots soon. The one I personally use, there's multiple. And I'll also get you guys an accompanying sheet showing you the results from the near past and kind of update it as we go. Because in a bull market, bots are the way to go. It's just extremely profitable. And we're trying to also roll out copy trading. Because like I said, in a bull market, it's honestly, in my opinion, not that risky. It's extremely easy, extremely profitable. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you press that like button. See you guys tomorrow.